Hello, good morning. This is Greg Sherinian from gregsherinian.com. So today I'd like to talk to you about the power of your mind. So I'm going to start off with some quotes. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. Buddha. The empires of the futures are the empires of the mind. Winston Churchill. What we think determines what happens to us. So if we want to change our lives, we need to stretch our minds. Wayne Dyer. Whatever we plant in our subconscious mind and nourish with repetition and emotion will one day become a reality. Earl Nightingale. If you realized how powerful your thoughts are, you would never think a negative thought. You affect your subconscious mind by verbal repetition. W. Clement Stone. Your mind is a garden. Your thoughts are the seeds. You can grow flowers or weeds. No, that's not Dr. Seuss. It's Osho. So I'd like to give you a little example here. So hold both hands out in front of you like this, okay, like that. And then imagine, you have to use your imagination a bit for this. So imagine in one of your hands, it could be either your left or your right, that you're holding a bucket, just like a plain bucket, maybe a metal bucket or a plastic bucket, whatever. You're holding a bucket in the one hand, preferably a metal bucket. Okay, so both hands, hold them in front of you, and imagine a metal bucket is in one of them. Okay, so now I'm going to reach under my desk here, and I'm going to lift these objects and start putting them in your bucket. Okay, so here's the first one. Yeah, I'm going to reach in and get another one and put it in your bucket. I'm going to do it again. Oh, it's getting heavier. I'm going to stick it in that bucket. And again, and they're increasingly getting heavier. And I'm going to stick it in that bucket. And one more, it's pretty heavy. And I'm going to stick it in the bucket. So if you followed along with me and you imagine a bucket in your one hand, what happened to the one hand, right? What happened to the one hand? The one hand would have gone down slightly, right? And that's the power of your mind. Okay, so let me give you another example. Okay, imagine right here, I have a lemon, and it's a nice juicy yellow lemon, nice and juicy. And I'm rolling it on my desk here to get the juices flowing. So I'm rolling it back and forth, loosening it up, and I got this lemon, okay? Now, what I'm going to do with the lemon is I'm going to cut into the lemon. So I'm going to cut it in half this way so I can wedge it. So I'm cutting this lemon. So imagine smelling the lemon. Imagine seeing the juices, right? And I'm going to cut it in wedges, and then I'm going to offer you a piece of this lemon. So now I want you to taste the lemon. So what should have happened is you should have been able to feel yourself actually physically tasting that lemon. And that's the power of your mind. So I'm going to give you some examples of me in the past when I was in a negative frame of mind, and I didn't want to go to work because I just didn't like that particular job. I didn't like to be there, and I couldn't stand it. So I'd wake up in the morning and go, oh God, I got to go to work. I really don't want to go to work today because it's not going to be a good day. I can feel it, right? And I try to talk myself out of going to work. But then, because I needed the money, I'd go in. So right away, I was setting myself up for failure that day because I was thinking it's going to be a bad day, right? So, excuse me. So I went in, and sure enough, I hadn't even got to work yet. I was on my way to the bus stop, and something would have happened, right? And then something else happened. By the time I got to work, of course, a couple of things had happened, and work just magnified it because every small thing became a mountain now. And then by the time I got home, I was so frustrated and exhausted because the whole day was bad, right? And then I said, see, I should have just laid in bed and none of this would have happened. But what I didn't realize is I was setting myself up that way, right? I learned that later, that how you think determines your day, right? So for me, I have a lot of practices I do in the morning when I wake up to ensure that my day goes right. I do affirmations, I read, I do all sorts of other things, and I do something at night as well to make sure that my day goes well. And as soon as I see a negative thought coming in, I try and get rid of it. I also limit how much newspapers I'll read, right? I'll read the newspaper every once in a while because a lot of newspaper is negativity, right? So I don't like to be around that. It just makes your whole day more negative. And then for every negative thought, you need 3 positive thoughts to counteract it, right? So that's one of the examples I have. Of course, you can set yourself up for a positive day too, just by doing what I said and then thinking, oh, it's going to be a great day. Great things are going to happen. Like, think of it this way. If you had a friend you hadn't seen in years, like a really, really, really good friend, and you hadn't seen him in years, and they were coming to visit you, how would you feel? You'd feel overjoyed when they came to your door, right? So if you think like that, and you make your whole day as if that was going to happen, your day would be positive, right? So one of the ways you can do that is to have these little movies playing in your head like that. Okay, and I'm going to add something here that I don't know how well this is going to go over. It's called The Garden of Your Mind, and I'm going to have to play it on an iPad, and then you can see it because I didn't think I could put it in the live because it might be copyright infringement. So I'll just play it for you. It's called The Garden of Your Mind. And I think the neighborly thing to do would be to play it. So let's watch this together. Just give me a minute to get it set up.
Hi, neighbor. Welcome again to this neighborhood. I'd like to show you something. What this is? Well, maybe if I press this button. This is a cassette player with a little cassette in here, and there's nothing written on it, so we'll just have to play it to see what it is. Do you ever imagine things? Are they scary things? Do you ever imagine things? Things you'd like to have? Did you ever see a cat's eyes in the dark and wonder what they were? Did you ever pretend about things like that? Did you ever throw anything in the garden of your mind? You can throw ideas in the garden of your mind. It's good to be curious about many things. You can think about things and make believe. All you have to do is think, and they'll grow. Imagine every person that you see is somewhat entirely different from every other person in the world. Some can do some things, some can do others. Did you ever think of the many things you learned to do? Many things. Did you ever throw anything in the garden of your mind? You can throw ideas in the garden of your mind. It's good to be curious about many things. You can think about things and make believe. All you have to do is think, and they'll grow. Did you feel like going on the back? garden of your mind. In the garden of your mind. You can grow ideas in the garden of your mind. In the garden of your mind. It's good to be curious about many things. You can think about things and make believe. All you have to do is think. You can think about things and make believe. All you have to do is think, and they'll grow.
Okay, so that video that I was playing was Garden of Your Mind. It was a remix. Like you can see some of those originally on the show, but they remixed it, and it's done by PBS. So it is an official one. So if you would like, you can go there and check it out, The Garden of Your Mind. I just put that in because I really wanted everybody to watch it because I thought it was pretty powerful and emphasized what I was trying to say. So that's it for now. Have an awesome day. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Sue. And thank you, Delroy, for joining. Have an awesome day, and thank you very much.